Hello and welcome to Channel 2S. I'm your host, Second Soundwave, and it's time to continue Gunpla news. In part 1 of today's episode, we talked about the UC-100 project. Now in part 2, we're going to talk about Gundam Build Divers. So with Gundam Build Divers being the current ongoing Gundam series, of course, it's getting a lot of new kits at a pretty rapid pace. So let's talk about what is probably the most controversial thing in Gundam Build Divers, the Galbaldy Rebake. Remember when I talked about the intro to Build Divers and I said they were doing like a cool IBO Gundam? Well, I was kind of wrong. Everybody in the comments correctly pointed out that what I saw was in fact a customized Galbaldy. But I gotta give them credit where credit is due. They did a pretty great job making it not look like a Galbaldy. While I don't think it looks as much like an IBO kit now that I've seen clear images of the actual model, I still don't know if I would have been able to necessarily say this was based off the Galbaldy if I didn't already know that beforehand. It's a pretty unique looking custom. His weapon's a pretty cool combo of the JIYAN Rebake Full City Scissors and the Astaroth Origins Hammer. None of these pictures we have of it so far show it opening up, but judging by the way it's constructed, it's pretty obvious that he can, do the scissor thing. He's also got this giant cannon on his back that's probably my favorite part of the whole kit. Another Gundam I saw in the intro that I predicted we might be seeing a kit of was the JIYAN Altron. Even if its first fight in the show was super boring, I still love how this mobile suit looks. It retains all the elements I loved about the original Altron. I really like what they did with the shield on the back where it kind of combines with the wings. And the main gimmick of this kit is that in addition to the dragon fangs on the arms extending outwards on their own and performing similar to the fangs on the original Altron, you can also take off the entire fang and head apparatus from the shoulder and attach them onto the hands. This gives him a pair of animal head boxing gloves with the dragon fangs trailing off the back of his arms in a very similar fashion to the EW version of Altron. I have no idea if that was an intentional reference or not, but I still think it's pretty cool. So if you watched my Gundam 00 Diver review, you'll probably know that I was not very impressed with this kit's accessory loadout. He comes with basically nothing. Well, Bandai's doing a great job of making me wish that I didn't jump on the first release of this kit with the Gundam 00 Diver Ace. This is the 00 Diver and the Ace unit in one box. There might be a little bit of new material in here as well. I'm noticing the shoulder binders look a little different, and since the Diver Ace unit isn't out yet, I can't necessarily compare side by side all the parts that both kits come with. But either way, it has way more accessory options than the original 00 Diver. The 00 Diver Ace is also going to have one less sticker than the 00 Diver because they're going to give you two different runners for the head gems. In addition to the green runner you got with the 00 Diver, you also get a second red runner, and you can take the forehead gem off that red runner, pop it in the middle of his head, and you don't need to use that stupid little metallic sticker. There's also, I believe, 3 more Build Divers kits that have been announced, but we don't have any information about them other than the fact that they exist and they're coming in a few months. It really annoys me when they do this with an ongoing show because it basically tells you nothing. Like, no kidding, they're gonna do more kits for Build Divers. Like, okay, I get that they don't want to reveal the designs of some Gundams that haven't appeared in the show, but if that's the case, just don't put up the pre-orders until they appear. Seriously, I don't want to pre-order something if I don't even know what it looks like. But enough about that, let's talk Build Custom. So we have a few new Build Custom sets in the pipeline. The Sky High Wings is a pair of big angel wings you can attach to the back of pretty much anything you want, and then the Machine Rider is a little motorcycle that transforms into a walker. If it wasn't covered in holes, I would be a lot more impressed with this. But as it stands, it just looks like a block of Swiss cheese that somebody carved to look like a motorcycle, and that's not something I want anywhere near my Gunpla. Then we have the Binder Gun. The Binder Gun is super simple. It's just these 4 ambiguously shaped pieces that could be guns, maybe they're swords. They're basically whatever your imagination decides they are. You can combine them, you can use them separately. Usual Build Custom fare. And then with the Build Custom line, we still have more kits that we have confirmation for, but no actual images of or names for even. The first is an option set for one of those aforementioned mystery Gundams, and then the next 2 are round and square fingered hand sets. We don't have pictures of them, but at least we have a name so we know what we're getting ourselves into. I'm kind of interested to see what they do with these hand sets to differentiate them from the Build Fighters versions. And finally, Zero Maru, the SD Gundam. Zero Maru is a pretty cool looking little ninja SD. It has that hand that's doing like the double finger ninja point. It's got kunai, it's got a katana. It's got pretty much all the cool ninja accessories it needs except for that big flowy scarf it had in the intro. It also transforms into a bird, as we've already seen in Build Divers, although this is kind of an interesting reveal because when I saw that bird thing I actually assumed that it was like a separate mobile suit. So it's kind of cool to see that they're one and the same. And that's all the Build Divers news for today, so thanks for watching guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Again, thanks for putting up with this slight change of format for today's video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel for more Gunpla news and reviews, and as always, I'm your host Second Soundwave, and I'll see you next time. Take care guys.